Imagine this. You're in a room with 7 shadows. They've been following you everywhere, into your relationships, your career, even your dreams. You feel their weight, slowing you down, holding you back. Here's the twist. Those shadows aren't strangers. They're the bad habits you cling to, the toxic people you tolerate, and the limiting beliefs you've let grow unchecked. They whisper lies like, "You need me," and "You can't live without me." But they're liars, and they've been sabotaging you from the start. Sound familiar? Maybe it's that friend who drains your energy, the hours wasted scrolling on your phone, or the excuses you make for why now isn't the time. These aren't just shadows, they're chains, keeping you from the life you want. Today, we're exposing them. I'll show you the 7 silent saboteurs that are quietly destroying your potential and how to cut them loose for good. No drama, no pity party, just a clean break that puts you back in control. Stick around, because by the end of this video, those shadows, they'll be gone. Let's dive in. 1. Excuses. Picture this. You're standing at the edge of a cliff, staring at the life you want on the other side. The only thing between you and it, a rope bridge, but instead of crossing it, you hesitate, doubting yourself. What if the bridge breaks? What if I slip? What if I'm not ready? And so, you stay on the safe side, convincing yourself that the problem is the bridge. But here's the hard truth. The problem isn't the bridge, it's you. Excuses work the same way. They build walls around your potential, one brick at a time, until you're boxed in. You tell yourself you're too busy, too tired, or not good enough. But ask yourself this, are those excuses fixing your problems, or are they just keeping you stuck where you are? Excuses don't protect you, they suffocate you. The longer you let them, the tighter they'll squeeze, until there's no room left to grow. If you truly want to unscrew your life, stop negotiating with your limitations. Eliminate every excuse and replace it with action. The bridge, it's waiting, and the life you want, it's still there, but it won't wait for you forever. And that's just the first dead weight to cut loose. There's more holding you back than you realize. 2. Overthinking. Picture this. You're standing at a crossroads, staring at 2 paths. Instead of walking down either one, you're frozen, running every possible scenario through your head. What if I choose the wrong path? What if something bad happens? What if? And while you're busy overthinking, the clock keeps ticking and life keeps moving without you. Overthinking doesn't make you smarter. It just keeps you stuck. It tricks you into believing you're being productive, but in reality, you're just standing still. No action, no progress. Every second you waste stuck in indecision is a second stolen from your future. The perfect decision doesn't exist. You'll never have all the answers, and nothing will ever go perfectly. But that's life. Growth doesn't come from sitting in the safety of indecision. It comes from stepping forward, making mistakes, and learning as you go. So, stop overthinking. Quietly eliminate the need to analyze every detail before you act. Take the step, make the move, even if it's messy, even if it's imperfect, because action beats inaction every single time. 3. Fear of failure. Imagine standing in front of a locked door. Behind it is everything you've ever wanted: success, growth, fulfillment. But instead of trying the handle, you just stand there, paralyzed by one thought: what if I fail? So you do nothing, and while you're busy fearing the possibility of failure, the opportunity, it vanishes. Here's the hard truth. Failure isn't the enemy. Fear of failure is. It's that little voice in your head saying, "Don't try, you might mess up." It's the thing that keeps you safe, but stuck, comfortable, but unfulfilled. And the real tragedy? Most people waste their lives avoiding failure, never realizing it's the only way to grow. Think about it. Every person you admire, every success story you've heard, has one thing in common. They've failed. Not once, not twice, but countless times. Because failure isn't final. It's feedback. It's a lesson. It's proof that you're pushing yourself beyond your limits. The bigger the failure, the bigger the growth. So, here's what you do. Stop fearing failure and start embracing it. Quietly eliminate the mindset that failure is something to avoid. See it for what it really is. A necessary step toward progress. Open the door. Try the handle. Even if it doesn't open the first time, keep trying. Because here's the truth. Failure isn't what stops you. Fear is. The only real failure? Never trying at all. 4. Comparing yourself to others. Imagine running a race where the finish line keeps moving. Every time you get close, it shifts further away. Why? Because you're not running your own race. You're too busy looking at the lanes beside you. You're so fixated on others that you've forgotten to move forward yourself. That's what happens when you compare yourself to others. You're chasing someone else's life, measuring your progress against their highlight reel, and then you wonder why you're standing still. Here's the hard truth. Comparing yourself to others is a losing game. For every person who seems ahead, there's someone else who appears behind. But none of that matters, because their journey isn't yours. Their victories don't diminish your potential, and their failures won't make you better. All comparison gives you is distraction, frustration, and a boatload of insecurity. Every second you spend watching someone else's success is a second you're stealing from your own. So, how do you stop? You take back control. Quietly eliminate the need to measure yourself against anyone else. Lock in on your own lane, your own goals, your own growth. Because the finish line isn't moving. It's right there, waiting for you to step up and run your race. 5. Comfort zones. Imagine this. You're sitting in a warm, cozy chair. It's soft, familiar, and every time you even think about getting up, your mind says, just a little longer. Stay here. It's safe. That chair? That's your comfort zone. And while you're sinking deeper into its fake warmth, the rest of the world is moving forward, leaving you in the dust. Here's the brutal truth. Your comfort zone isn't just holding you back, it's suffocating your potential. Every second you stay comfortable is a second stolen from the person you could become. You're not built for sitting still. You're built for growth, for challenges, for evolution. And that doesn't happen while you're comfortable. It happens when you lean into discomfort, when you embrace risk and face the unknown head on. Now, don't get me wrong. Your comfort zone will fight like hell to keep you there. It'll whisper lies like, you're not ready, or what if you fail? But here's the thing. No one is ever truly ready. And failure, it's part of the damn process. The longer you let comfort win, the harder it becomes to break free. So here's the move. Stop treating comfort like it's your friend. It's not. Comfort is a parasite, feeding on your ambition and killing your dreams. Get up, step into the fire, and let discomfort forge you into the person you're meant to be. Because everything you want, the success, the growth, the life you dream about, it's all waiting for you. And it's not in that chair. 6. The past. Imagine trying to drive forward while staring in the rearview mirror. It doesn't matter how good your car is or how far you want to go, you're bound to crash. That's exactly what happens when you cling to the past. You keep looking back at what went wrong, who hurt you, or the chances you didn't take, and it blinds you to the opportunities waiting ahead. Here's the brutal truth. The past is over. Done. It's not coming back, and no amount of regret, guilt, or wishing can change it. But here's the kicker. That's not even the real problem. The real problem is you're using the past as an excuse to avoid the future. You tell yourself, I've already messed up, or it's too late for me, like your story's already written. Newsflash, it's not. The longer you live in the past, the more you rob yourself of the present. And the present is the only time you can actually change anything. Every second you spend looking backward is a second you're stealing from the life you could be building. So here's what you do. Take the lesson, leave the baggage, and move forward. No announcements, no drama, just action. Because here's the reality. Your past only has power if you keep giving it power. Let it go and focus on the only thing that matters, what you do next. You can either keep replaying the same tired story, or you can start writing a better one. Your choice. 7. Toxic relationships. Imagine dragging a dead weight everywhere you go. You're trying to climb higher, run faster, but this thing is chained to your ankle. You know it's slowing you down, but you tell yourself, it's not that bad. I can handle it. Sound familiar? That's exactly what most people do with toxic relationships. They keep holding on to people who poison their potential, thinking that somehow it's their responsibility to fix them. Wake up. You're not their therapist, their savior, or their crutch. You're supposed to be building your life, not cleaning up someone else's mess. The longer you hold on to people who drain you, the more you sacrifice your dreams for their dysfunction. Quietly let them go and watch how much lighter, freer, and sharper your life becomes. It's not heartless, it's self-respect. Every one of these 7 things isn't just holding you back, they're suffocating your potential. The more of them you carry, the harder it is to move forward. So, start cutting, quietly, deliberately, and unapologetically. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone, just make the moves. And here's the thing, every step you take, every piece of dead weight you let go, clears the path for something better. More clarity, more energy, more progress. The results don't lie. So, what's your next step? Think about it, write it down, then do it. No noise, no drama, just action. Because at the end of the day, the only person who can change your life is you.